谢谢。
Good afternoon, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Taipei Economic and Cultural Office Atlanta and the Cultural Center of Daegu, my colleagues and I extend our warm welcome to all the distinguished guests. Thank you for coming this afternoon. And we also want to express our best wishes for the success of this afternoon's performance. I'm grateful to the members and the volunteers, in particular, President Andy Zhu and Ms. Ivy Yang of the Atlanta Taiwanese Association of America for their, over the months, for their tireless efforts in organizing and coordinating this performance. Please join me to give them a round of applause. Welcome for these talented members of this performing group, Max Theatre. Thank you for them to stop here on their American tour to present this performance. And apart from that, I'd like to say a few words about Taiwan and Georgia, Taiwan and US. We have a long history of friendship, cultural exchange, investment and trade. Turnover of trade last year reached $66.6 billion US dollars. Taiwan ranks as the 9th largest trading partner of the US. Taiwan hopes to be members of the TPP in the second round. And we thank you for the US continued support. Last but not least, many of you know this January we elected our first female president, Tsai Ing-wen, and her vice president, Chen Chien-lai. So 5 days from now, they are going to inaugurate. Taiwan will be continuing to be a responsible stakeholder in the promotion of peace and prosperity, not only in East Asia, but throughout the world. I do hope after you enjoy today's performance, you may make a journey to visit our lovely country, Taiwan. And if my office can be of service in any way in the future, please don't hesitate to let me know. Again, thank you for your attendance. Enjoy the show. Thank you so much. Thank you.
It's my pleasure to be here. I know that you're celebrating an important milestone this next week. I was actually in Taiwan right before the election. It was actually my second opportunity to be to the Republic of China. Both times I had a fantastic time, fantastic experience. It is great to go to another country that respects democracy, that respects freedom, both political and economic, that shares the same values as our country. And it actually was a little both comical as well as serious to me that when you look in the Taiwanese newspapers, it's the same as when you look in the American newspapers. You have all the political commentaries from the two major political parties. You have the same discussions. One wants to spend more money, one wants to spend less money. One has more support with the young, one has more support with the old. And you know, you just smile because you see that we may be from the opposite end of the globe, but we have so much in common. I've had the opportunity to travel throughout the country. I've had the opportunity to have amazing food. You know, sometimes when you go abroad, the food isn't a strength. When you go to Taiwan, the food is delicious. So I love my time in Taiwan. My wife, daughter, and son are here today. My daughter actually spent a semester at the National Taiwanese University learning the traditional form for Mandarin as well as having learned previously the simple. So it's really been a great experience for my family and I to be able to, my wife went with me one of the 2 times to Taiwan. So it was a great experience. As the director stated, we have a great relationship not only between our two nations, but we have a great relationship between the Republic of China and Georgia. And many, many businesses from Georgia are in the Republic of China, and many businesses from the Republic of China have offices here, which is really good to see, because from my perspective, the more trade, the more friendships, the more ties we have with countries that value democracy, the better it is for all of us. So it has been my great pleasure to get to know Taiwan as well as many Taiwanese Americans. It has been a great, great experience. On behalf of my office, I do have a commendation to give to Director Tai, thanking him for the great ties between our nations and the Republic of China. You're making me bad, Director. You're putting your button on your suit, and I don't have mine on my suit yet. But let me give you, Director Tai, if possible, this. We look forward to the continued strong relations between our two nations, and thank you very much. What many of you may not know is that the National Association of Attorneys General have had a long relationship with the Republic of China, and we look forward to that continuing and to our relations only being stronger. So God bless you, and thank you.
GOP stands for Grand Old Party. Has nothing to do with being named after me. It's always a pleasure to get to come and visit and participate with you and all the many activities in your community here in Atlanta, and be around Director General Tai and his wife and staff. I'm not a politician. I work as a volunteer inside the Republican Party. So unlike Attorney General Owens, who's a politician, I'll make this rather brief. You're welcome. I bring you greetings today from our governor, all of our hundreds of elected Republican officials in the state, and way over 1 million voting Republicans in the state of Georgia. Bring you greetings. I wish for you great fortune and a good time today. And I also bring a proclamation that I'd like to read from our governor. This is by the governor of the state of Georgia, a proclamation, Taiwanese American Heritage Week. Whereas, during Asian American Heritage Month, we celebrate Taiwanese American Heritage Week and reflect on the many ways Taiwanese Americans have enriched our state. And whereas it is important that we recognize Taiwanese Americans for their contributions to our society, economy, culture, and other fields. This week presents an opportunity to introduce and share the Taiwanese American culture and heritage through festivities and celebrations in communities throughout our state. Whereas, many Taiwanese Americans in Georgia are employed by notable companies in the metro area in highly trained and skilled professions such as university professors, medical doctors, engineers, technology professionals, attorneys, business professionals, and entrepreneurs. And whereas, the Taiwanese community in Atlanta also supports a Taiwanese-speaking Presbyterian church in Stone Mountain, as well as 2 Taiwanese language and culture schools that teach children about Taiwanese culture, music, customs, and language. And whereas, organizations throughout the state, including the Atlanta Taiwanese American Association, are dedicated to provide networking, support, and camaraderie to Taiwanese Americans in Georgia. Now, therefore, I, Nathan Deal, Governor of the state of Georgia, do hereby proclaim May 15th through the 21st, 2016, as Taiwanese American Heritage Week in Georgia. In witness thereof, I have hereunto set my hand and cause the seal of the Executive Department to be affixed this 5th day of May in the year of our Lord 2016, and signed by Governor Nathan Deal. Thank you.
家好。
I'm proud to be here today. I was proud to represent Georgia in 2011 on the 100th anniversary of the independence of the Republic of China. Had a great trip there. Still one of the democratic bastions of this world, particularly in Asia. The economic and trade ties go way back, and like I said, like Director Tai said, we're the very hopefully increasing trade relations. As the Panama Canal widening comes up and the Port of Savannah is deepened, I hope we definitely increase that. One thing that we do share is, particularly right now at this time, is the security concerns in the South China Sea, and that is something that is pretty much on the forefront right now. I'll actually be traveling to the Philippines in August and looking at that issue, but that is something that we need to keep our eye on as a country. One thing I want to say is that my first experience in Taiwan, I was there as a representative of Georgia in 2011. My first experience in Taiwan was in 1983, 33 years ago, when I was a very young man, and happened to be in the U.S. Navy and participated in the rescue of a Taiwanese merchant ship, the motor vessel Dailong, which was sinking in the Ballantang Channel between Taiwan and the Philippines in a typhoon. I was able to travel in 2011 when I was back there. Ironically, the ship I had then, the USS Kirk, which is a frigate, is now in the Taiwanese Navy as the Fin Yang, so I got to go back and visit my old ship 33 years, or 28 years later at that time, but it's been 33 years. Again, Director Tai, thank you so much. Everybody for being here. Again, on behalf of the people of Georgia and Governor Deal, thank you so much.
So honored to be here today. Welcome to Kansas State University, the world-class university with the faculty and the students. As you may know, this very other campus was part of the Southern Polytechnic University. Now it became part of the Kansas State University. On behalf of the KSU President and PEP, I welcome you all to KSU and to a multicultural performance by the performing group from Taiwan, hosted and presented by Atlanta Taiwanese Association of America, celebrating Taiwanese American Heritage Week and Asian Pacific American Heritage Month in the USA. I would like to express my sincere appreciation to all Taiwanese Americans for their hard work, innovation, and contribution to our community and the society over the years. Taiwan has been a long-term partner of the USA in many areas, including economy, culture, education, and other areas. The Taiwanese government supports innovation and foreign investment and promotes an accommodating regulatory environment. Taiwan has just elected a new female president, we heard that before, who is the second female president in Asia after the current president in South Korea. In order to strengthen this relationship, the former President Bush and the U.S. Congress had designated this week in May as Taiwanese American Heritage Week to praise and recognize the contributions made by Taiwanese Americans to U.S. society as part of Asian Pacific American Heritage Month. Again, I thank you all, Taiwanese Americans, for your dedication and contribution to make our society better, and wish you to continue your efforts in the future. Thank you so much. Enjoy the performance.